this year I've spent 38,000 on his course advertising it, and we made him just over $1 million. So it's nothing that you'd want to do though. 38 for $1 million.
Yo, test. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Poor tree's just dying in here. I've watered the fuck out of it and I still can't get it to revive.
Doesn't it need sun?
No, it's an indoor tree.
Oh, okay. However you had it set up last time was good.
Right here. Go back. This was in the corner here. That's good. And then the TV was here. Just move the podcasting out of the way. Getting geared up for January launch, because that's what this See You Next Tuesday wanted as his title to be for helping the company scale. So we're here shooting at it. So if this works, it's the him. If it doesn't work, look at him.
How many takes did we do on that last one?
I don't fucking know. Way too many for my liking.
It was like 4.
3 too many. If we got one thing I want and done kind of.
This is. Yeah, that is your problem though. You're one and done it, and it's like even YouTube videos. You one and done some of them. Sometimes they're f***ing amazing and they're ridiculous. Other times I'm like, this is just gonna flop, and it does. All right, let me rewrite it.
No, leave it. I got it in my head. Leave it. So our mission at Grow Rev in 2020 is to help 12 businesses just like what you saw. So what I want you to do is if you stop. So if you're looking to generate more clicks, more calls, and increase sales, impact, and ultimately take your business to a whole new level, what I want to do is I want to invite you to book a free 30-minute consultation with our team.
Yeah, that's good.
That was it.
That was it, bro.
One and done. Was it a one and done?
As long as the frequency is higher than the frequency and the density of the water, then the water cannot penetrate. It's just like an if-then. If frequency is greater within this force.
Rohan, Sheth, has been beside me the whole way for 4 years. Yeah. Started. You forget about me sometimes. I can never forget about this guy. But you know what? That's where we started. He helped me out.
It was 2015, I decided to restructure my entire business. And I went to a housewarming party. And the opportunities that I've been given because of Rohan has been second to none. I do appreciate absolutely everything that him and his company has done for me. Thanks, Rohan.
This client yesterday that we were talking to, this year I've spent 38,000 on his course advertising it, and we made him just over $1 million. So it's nothing that you'd want to do though. 38 for $1 million.
How long have I been joking to do a course for?
I've been advertising his shit for this year.
You know my story last night? I said how many when you say courses, how many like modulars would I have to do?
Six modules on average.
6 modules with a couple videos each.
Remember when I said
38 grand into $1 million? I'll show you the account.
Finally coming to an agreement on all the full podcast setup and the main content shooting setup. So now that we've got a bookshelf, TV, bookshelf of the knowledge, TV for the presentations, table, green screen for the gifts. If you haven't checked the gifts out, there's already gifts. Put my name in and you'll see the gifts in there. It's a full house today. We got our team from Australia in, we got a team from Florida in, we got everybody in here. But yeah, so pretty much what we've done is kind of multi-purposing this room, create the studio on this side, create the green screen over here so we can do other things in the green screen and ads and stuff, because Migs is gonna have some fun next year with ads and things. We're gonna test them over the winter break. But yeah, this is just gonna be the final setup. Add a few more pieces, and then all the content that you guys are gonna see for the Digital Expert Elite. For those of you that are in the Elite program, we're gonna see all this. Even the foundation, actually, I'm gonna shoot some foundation course here this weekend, so it's gonna be fun.
We're setting up the office server. So we have a NAS set up right here. We need lots of terabytes. We have about 16 terabytes total. This is automatically going to back up all of our data, all of our filming, pretty much everything, and take care of compression, you name it.
We got that bad boy in the kitchen. That's what's cooking in the kitchen.
It's AMD Ryzen 2700X, 16 terabyte, 750 watt
16
power supply,
terabytes.
500 gig SSD, a cache drive just for you to work on video files. Hard backup, we have 16 terabytes, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and just a crappy video card because that's all we need for it. But no, it's going to be bomb. Exactly what we need, and I'm already planning to update it to 32 terabytes, and that will be with RAID 1, backing up everything.
We can't track that. All we know, all Facebook is giving us conversion for is traffic that we ran that bought something from you, whether it's direct to offer on your website, micro course, whether it was at an event, whether it was something that you processed, and that person bought something from you and came back, and that lead was credited back to us.
Got it. So we sold 70 grand at the event, we collected 40 of it, and when we do that revenue, we run it through, like, you can create the offer page at Kajabi, and we sign them up through there. So it's likely 40,000 of that revenue was through that, which still not a bad thing, right? They have buyers, but that probably attributes some of it.
Yeah, and obviously it's not calculating all the way up sale to the point where it's like all the other high ticket shit you sell them.
Yeah.
Like the frustrating part on that call, it's like I didn't want to sit there and neither of us wanted to sit there and call anybody out on it, but it's like we spent, like Rob himself has probably spent somewhere between 15 and 20 hours just helping on the internal side of traffic. So for to sit there and say, hey, if did this, it would have been 2 times better. I'll bet my fucking bank account on it that it wouldn't have been.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The newbie is kind of the wild west out there.
So like that's kind of what it is. I'm not sure where it stands in all of this shit or not, but it really comes down to getting a black and white understanding on all points. And for another part too, like just between you and I, obviously, and you could take the information and do as you please, but it's like you're still doing it. You're getting them to purchase the ticket prior to. There's no difference.
Yeah, just add one extra step. No, I know and I hear you. I think it's a limiting belief, and I'm not really sure. I think it's like a block without a reason, but I don't know how to get past that one, and that discourages me because it's like, I don't know if we can go into the event space then. Like, what the hell would I do? So it's tough. Because my come up is based on the promote this business as well, so it's a struggle there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, man, like where we stand on this entire deal. And to be fair, it's like we had a 50-50 split. If we did a 50-50 split on revenue generated for stuff that we weren't even accredited to, very, very different deal overall.
Oh, meaning you're saying taking half of that 70?
Yeah, like that. Like if that was the deal that we had initially agreed to, it would have been a completely different revenue split. Like for us, we put in months of work, and it's come to a point where it's like we've got to either come to an agreement where everybody wins, or we just kind of, you guys have to make an internal decision, and hopefully can take it and scale you guys the way it's at, and me and you still homies no matter what. But it just it's at the end of the day, it's a business decision versus being like an emotional decision now. And I could tell a lot of that call was emotionally driven by even like talking about certain things of like I would never go to it, but it's like it's not you understand it, it's the end consumer. He's a good dude. At the end of the day, he's a good dude. Can he scale you farther on? I don't know. Like that's something that you guys got to look at. All right, cheers, bud. Just kind of doing a team or a client wrap up for someone that we ran for about 6 months this year. How long have we been with them? 6 months. Yeah, about 6 months this year. Dealing with the typical stuff when running an agency is like internal politics outside of the marketing team that sometimes requires to scale things. One of the things we do at the end of the year is wrap up with all of our clients and kind of break down, as you guys saw, and I'll show you, that's what we did with all of our Aussie clients in person. And sometimes you don't get to meet them in person, and those are the phone conversations that we just had. So that was one of them that you guys got to see, and kind of how to manage certain client expectations versus things that they kind of, in their head want to achieve versus not doable based on total outcome. So that's kind of what it looked like on that call. So hope you guys like that.
Experience with it just because he's trained Sean, etc. But even like Jeff, Kier, everybody, even Miguel, hopefully we can get him another video editor. But just really like you'll have people under you at some point where, especially this year, we're going to just hire more layers on top of it. So it's really figuring out like what kind of stuff that is what's taking you the most time, what can relieve you, etc. So it's going to be pretty important. But really, like, just to start at the top for the goal next year. This year we did 4 or 5 times growth. This year I think we could do another 3 to 5 times growth. which is completely reasonable. And it doesn't even have to be in acquiring new clients, but it could be just being boss for our current clients and spending more, because it doesn't take much for us to grow that way. 2020, we're gonna have a new office because Rohan's gonna have a kid. And also, you know, it's like, also once you get an office, like right now, no one's incentivized to do overtime, or like, let's say if you want to go in early or stay late, etc. Like, give you your own space. So like, you guys are going to be basically building the office to some extent. It's going to be all of our space. You guys will have input on what we put in there, just everything for it. So like, moving into the new office is really just to have our own space. So it's going to be like your space as much as ours. We'll be able to set it up however we want, however we see fit. And I think it's going to be a good opportunity, you know, just to kind of get out of having a house and be a bit more official. We'll have parking spots for everybody, which is definite positive, so no more walking in the fucking rain. And you guys will have access, so if you want to, you know, get drunk at night in the office, go for it, you know? No rules. And we get to do whatever, like I said, we get to do whatever the fuck we want with it. So if you want the fridge full of energy drinks, so be it, you know, booze, etc. It'll just be good to kind of get away from this, and then you guys will be, as much as it's like we'll still stay close and everything, we'll be able to separate our desks and me not have to buddy up beside Rohan at the end of a 12-foot table. We'll get lots of 12-foot tables at that point. So
what's the timeline for that one?
Hopefully Q1. I had Ty was here yesterday, and I called him last night to start looking. So hopefully Q1. Yeah, so going into the next one, we run like a full-scale agency. And what I pretty much mean by that is, you know, the fact when you'll see when we go into opportunity of growth, just like being able to replace Matt and myself. We've done a very fucking good job of being able to replace Matt at scale over the last year and a bit. Definitely struggled with replacing me, but that will all be part of working on scaling that, because doing that, it helps us kind of run the company. And you guys have seen working with some big clients and how they run their companies. So it gives everybody a win-win opportunity, and also gives us the opportunity to focus on something like digital expert, scale back, because that's internally going to fall right back into the goal number one of increasing revenue, because we scaled that, even though it's separate revenue, grow revenue itself will come from those clients that customers that we sell there.
And then 30, 60, 90 days, whoever's in Rohan's role gets a reminder like, hey, now's the time to make sure, check in with the team. Are we getting results? Awesome. Give that client, go, hey, I want to jump on a call with you. And then also give that client some sort of incentive for the referral as well. Like, it could be like, you know,
we already give them, if they give us a client that closes, they get a month's worth of retainers for free.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Huge. From myself, from seeing it, when we're bringing on clients and we have a lot of work already, that's when things break with existing clients, because we're trying to rush the existing clients to get to the new client, and sometimes we promise too much with the new client and don't have enough from them.
Yeah.
And then we're scrambling to get them live.
To be completely fucking honest with you, there was no close second for this winner. So let's go see who the fucking second of this person was this year. There was no fucking there wasn't a fucking close second, dude, like at all. There's some team members that voted your name twice. Let me put it that way, which is fucking epic. But you know, I think well deserved. Everybody sees it. The team fucking sees it. Anybody here specifically want to add?
Yeah, man. Appreciate everything you do.
But yeah, on that, tomorrow's gonna be fun. Let's go upstairs, have some beers.